this one. Going to finish the conclusion of this race, the second of two races of a doubleheader here. We had the Truck Series race at Martinsville earlier, and now we have a race in the Xfinity Series here at Texas. This is a regular season race versus the truck race was a playoff race earlier. But nevertheless, we are here. We got a 7-second lead over Austin Cindric. We still have one set of pit stops yet to come throughout to the finish of this race. The reason why I pulled out to such a big gap, despite the fact that me and Austin Cindric had pretty equal cars. Three.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. Stay high up here. All clear. Got one peeking outside. All right, you're clear there.
Coming around now, 53 laps to go here at Texas in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Still there.
Cole Custer leads by 10.5 seconds, but the reason for the big margin of a lead is due to one reason, and that is we are on fresher tires. We had a caution with 82 laps. Laps are about 25-30 laps ago. We were the only ones on the lead lap to come down onto pit road and service tires. We still have one set of tires to the finish of this race. Everybody else will have two. But knowing that we were going to have at least one more pit stop anyway, I took the advantage, tried to get the track position, drove back up to the front. And if we stay green to the finish, this should work out strategy-wise. We've only had 3 cautions in this race so far today. A 300-mile event. Battled a loose car for the first run of the race before I came down into the pits and tightened it up under a green flag pit stop. And from then we were able to finally run with the leaders. Was struggling pretty much with the handling. It was very loose on both ends of the racetrack, extremely loose from the center on out to the exit of the corners. Matter of trying to will this car to victory.
You got room, you're clear.
Austin Cindric about a third of a track behind in second right now. Noah Gragson running third. He's led some laps in this one as well. Christopher Bell fourth and Justin Allgaier in fifth. very, very tight coming off of the corner. Almost got into Tommy Barcelo. Check up out of the throttle. Look at Justin Haley a lap down now. Pretty calm for the most part, at least right now. That can all change though as we have 48 laps left. Two cars have DNF'd already, but it's been a while since the last one.
Stay high up there. You got room. You're clear.
Lap traffic pretty much spaced out, at least for the moment. Oh man, a little tight again there coming off the turn 4. Just kind of kissed the wall. .34% tire wear remaining on the right front tire, but we're going to run it at least until the leaders come on the pit road. Or if a caution comes out, whatever comes first, I guess. Will determine when we will pit.
You're all clear up top.
So from here on out to the finish, we'll be on the same pit strategy as the leaders. Should be a good one though. We've got 5 lap cars coming up here right in front of me. This will make it a little interesting here this next lap. But a big enough lead, no need to rush through the traffic. We're going to take the outside in the, more like the middle line there, 1 and 2, and we kind of blew around 3 of them. Back down to the bottom to get around Chase Briscoe.
On the outside now.
Clear him up off of turn 4.
Clear high, clear high.
Brandon Brown having a pretty good run in the 86 car. Lower funded team, he's in 9th. Having a pretty good run. Came into this race 4 points back of Chase Briscoe in the regular season lead.
You got room, you're clear there.
Briscoe running at the back half of the top 10 right now. It's a good run for us. And if we can seal the deal with a win and he finishes in the back half of the top 10, we will regain the points lead 6 races into the season here. Michael Annette now about to go a lap down. He's in 8th.
Careful, still there. Clear high, bud.
And more like 2 laps down. Justin Allgaier, the last car on the lead lap, at least for the next half a lap or so, as here we come. Down the back straightaway, getting the run off the top side of turns 1 and 2. And Justin Allgaier will now fall a lap down in this one. The pit strategy has definitely worked out. And even if a caution comes out, we all have to pit at the same time. We bunch back together. At least it gave me the track position to get back out in the lead, and we'll have to try and fend off everybody. And it will be a very, very good race to the finish if we were to get the yellow. 17-second lead now. Raymond Jones in the 19 car in 7th for Joe Gibbs Racing. He is about to go 2 laps down as well. We get very loose off the turn 4. Stayed in the throttle though. With 39 to go, we're going to keep it going. And now Jones blocking us off, trying to remain only 1 lap down.
Stay on the bottom here.
That move we just pulled is only going to work for so long as we have just cleared him now going into turn 3. Christopher Bell will be the next driver to go 1 lap down if we stay green here. We should catch him in the next couple laps. Bell going to go back to the top side again. Going to get a big run through 1 and 2 on the bottom. We're going to come along side by side now, and we're going to clear them here before we get into turn 3. And Christopher Bell is now a lap down, leaving only 3 cars on the lead lap.
Stay on the bottom. You got room to clear that. You're wearing those tires down, driver.
Splitting the gap through the lap traffic now. 3 and 4 right up the middle.
You got room. You're clear.
3 wide to the bottom here through the quad over.
All right, you're clear. Got one.
And clear those guys going into 1 and 2.
Clear.
21-second lead over Austin Cindric. About 2/3 of the track lead over him now.
Gotta take care of the tires.
.34 laps to go, but at maximum. Looks like green flag pit stops will be coming in the next 3 to 5 laps. And it will be the final pit stop of the race. Easily make it on field at the end from here. Still no takers down on the pit road, so we will stay out this time. Keeping an eye on Austin Cindric to see when he will pit. No, Gregson can pit, but as long as Cindric stays out, they're going to stay out as well. Going off of the 2nd place driver right now.
All right, waving you off in front. He's pitting this time.
So one of the 2 leaders are going to be coming down onto pit road. It looks like it's Austin Cindric.
Car there on the inside.
And we're not going to be able to get down onto pit road. We had a car under us, and we will have to wait an extra lap. They are now a lap down. 32 laps to go now in the race.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
But you know, now that they're all a lap down, we had a big enough lead, so I'm gonna... Well, there we go. Caution's out. Pretty close in front of us, too. Not sure who that was spinning into the outside wall on the exit of 4, but caution will fly with 32 laps to go. It is our 4th caution of the race. And we will pit. So despite them being a lap down, though, I have to pit. So all these guys are gonna get the wave around. Plenty good on fuel with 3/4 of a tank here. 4 fresh tires. We're gonna repair whatever damage we have. And this is gonna be interesting. So that'll put 4 drivers on the lead lap, but they will restart at the rear of the field. Green flag back in the air, and we are going to race to the finish here in Texas. 28 laps to go. Can Cole Custer hold off the rest of the field and win the race? Justin Allgaier, Austin Cindric, and Noah Gragson all restarting at the rear of the field after taking the wave around. And we've got the Clean Air out in front. So the fact they have to drive all the way through the field, they might need another caution to get back into this one. We'll see. 27 laps to go. Still service for tires one more time in this race. We cannot. We're on our 4th set, or 5th set. We've already pitted 4 times. The lead is about 4 seconds now on Cindric as they're stuck in traffic back there. Despite the fact Austin Cindric, and we're both on fresh tires, has a faster car until about 20-30 laps into the run, so kind of lucked out with the timing of that caution that I had not hit yet, and they were all lapped down. Sure, they were able to get the lap back that they just did because I still had to pit under caution, but with having to take the wave around there to restart at the rear of the field instead of the top 4 being all bunched up at the start and the front of the field. Chase Briscoe and Ross Chastain are both running to the top side there through 1 and 2. They're trying to run me down. Cindric in that battle for second, a 3-car battle for second, has got the advantage right now. And here come some of the lap cars here. 24 laps to go as out of nowhere, Ross Chastain, he is going to try to battle hard to get back on the lead lap in that number 4 Flex Seal car. He's side by side with Chase Briscoe right now, but if that 4 car does get a lap back and the caution comes out, he will as well be right back in the thick of things. Here he comes along the outside. This is what Cindric and them guys back there would want to see. Is me battling hard with the lap cars, because that is just going to slow us down. And Chastain, just like that, will get back on the lead lap, at least for the moment. Custer back down to the bottom to try and get back around him again. Side by side off of turn 4. And now Chase Briscoe will try to come in and follow. He'll back off and try to set us up in turns 1 and 2. Back down to the bottom again, a little loose there in the middle of the corners. Kind of got on the apron. We'll slide up the track. And there's contact made now with the 4 car of Ross Chastain.
Careful, still there. Got a collar high now. Careful, still there. All clear. Inside.
20 laps to go now here in Texas. In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, almost contact in the entrance of turn 1. Briscoe will get one of his laps back as well. Cindric trying to close the gap right now. It's a 5-second disadvantage, and he actually gained a half second in turns 1 and 2 because of that mishap with me having to get out of the gas. So again, Chastain back on the lead lap. We're having a tough time trying to catch these 2 cars in front of us. One of them already being a lap down, but that goes to show on fresh tires. It takes about 20 to 30 laps into the run for my car to get going. And Cindric just under 4.5 seconds back in the lead. We'll go back to the outside in turns 3 and 4. See if this will work for any extra speed. Try and get some straightaway speed here through the quad oval. And the lead is down to 4 seconds with 18 laps to go. Will Cindric be able to close the gap and come all the way through the field and win this one? He's already fought his way through most of the pack. Amazing. But we still have a few cars in between us on top of that 4-second advantage. Who's to say we won't get another caution in this one as well and bunch the field back up once again. 17 laps to go. Now being in dirty air, as far as the air, we are equal with Austin Cindric in second with these 2-lap cars just in front of me that we cannot quite catch. $16 laps to go. Allgaier and Gregson still battling it out for third, but they are losing track of Cindric in second as they are about 2 to 2.5 seconds behind him. Finally starting to catch up to Chase Briscoe, it looks like here. He's already 1 lap down. Oh, they lose off a 4, got into the wall a little bit. 15 laps to go. Had to stay in the gas though. We're racing hard to the finish. Who will get the win in this one? 4.5 seconds back of the lead. Now only a couple cars in between me and Cindric with 14 laps to go. Down to the bottom here, Briscoe gonna run the top. And we'll see if we can clear him easily here. And no, we will not. There's slight contact made. Briscoe and Custer are side by side, and now we're gonna get around Briscoe. He tries a crossover move as this is costing us a ton of time right now. We can't let him go because we are seemingly faster than him. But Briscoe giving us a really tough time.
Inside.
He'll stay on the bottom in 1 or 2 as we run the middle. We'll get some straightaway speed down the back here, and finally we're able to clear him and block him out in front. Now into turns 3 and 4. Can we close in on Ross Chastain who is barely holding on to the lead lap? We're faster than him when we're on the bottom and he's on the top, but we might be equal when he starts to run the bottom. Will he move his line down is the question. And now Austin Cindric has gotten around the last lap car. Now only him and Briscoe are in front of me. So now that he's got the cleaner air out of the two of us, we'll see if he can gain any more ground. All these guys running the top side of the track. 11 to go. Back down to the bottom on Ross Chastain again. Don't think we're going to be able to clear him, and no, we will not. More lap traffic about to come now. Just ahead as Chastain will fall a lap down. 10 laps to go at Texas, and the caution will fly. For the 5th time in the race. Tough break for Chastain, just fell a lap down, so he will have to take the free pass and restart at the rear of the field. We will have 7 laps to go in the finish.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready.
Green flag back in the air in Texas. 7 laps to go. We got a good restart and a good jump here on Cindric. Who will win the race? Me and Cindric have been the fastest 2 cars in the field today. Or will the clean air that I have be enough to hold on and win this race? Cindric on the top side through 3 and 4. Trying to get whatever straightaway speed he can. 6 laps to go. He might have to move back down to the bottom though, because it just does not seem like he's going to be able to run the top and catch us. I could be wrong, but we'll have to see. Gained a 1/10 of a second there through turns 1 and 2. Running the top side now into 3 and 4. We'll see. Definitely get him on corner entry running the bottom of the track, but he's got more straightaway speed and more exit speed off the corners. 5 laps to go now in Texas. Cole Custer in the lead, Austin Cindric in second. Custer has already won a few races this season, so I am in the playoffs already, and here comes Cindric. Will he move down to the bottom? No, he does not. Yes, he does, actually. We get loose as we hit the apron there in the entrance of turns 3 and 4. That's going to cost us a ton of time. Here comes Cindric, 3 car lengths back in the lead with 4 to go. Will he move back to the top again? No, he's down on the bottom, trying to stay in our draft. Don't get as much of a draft in the Xfinity Series compared to the Cup. It's a whole different package, as there's less throttle time here, but we will see as Cindric tries to close the gap. It is under a half second with 3 laps to go. He seems to gain more ground in 1 and 2. Now back to the top. That might have been a big mistake. We were almost flatlining in lap times the last 2 laps when we were both running the bottom, so he's trying something different. But it looks like the clean air is just going to be too much for Austin Cindric to overcome. The track position game has seemingly worked. 2 laps to go now in Texas. Cindric back down to the bottom again. He's a second back in the lead now. And it might be too little too late. Into turns 3 and 4. Will we get to the white flag to signify that the next flag will end the race? Off of turn 4, yes we will. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here in Texas.
You've got 1 to go.
Coming off of turn 2. A 1.5 lead on Austin Cindric now. And off of 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Cole Custer is going to get the win here at Texas in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Nice work today. Checkered flag.
And a race dominated by the 2 front runners. Cindric more so in the first half of the race. In the second half is mostly led here by Custer. What a race. Total time there. Quite a bit of time. Hour and 40 minutes. We get win number 4 on the season and regain the points lead on Chase Briscoe. following the 6th race of the year here. Here's Custer in victory lane. A big win to get more playoff points heading towards the postseason. That will be all for this one. See you guys in the next video.